I have learned that the Lord uses people in different ways. He used people as vessel of mercy, and he used people as a vessel of destruction. And what I mean by that is there is people whom the Lord searches their heart, and although they may not be perfect, which we are not, we should be striving to be perfect like our Father in heaven, but we are not perfect. So although we are not perfect, he searches our heart and see in our inward parts that we still have a heart for them. This is why he was able to call David a man after God's own heart, even though David was full of sin in many different ways. Okay. He was doing a lot of things that was not, uh, I guess you can say, Christian or godlike. But the Lord still deemed him as a man after God's own heart because he searches the heart. You understand? And so he used David through a lot of things as a vessel of mercy to fulfill different things he needed David to do. And there was also people in the Bible where he used them as a vessel of destruction. If you go into Exodus and you think about Pharaoh and how the story says that the Lord told Moses, Pharaoh is not going to let my people go because I'm going to harden his heart. And every time you go, he's not going to allow the people to go. Just know that. And it was because the Lord used him as a vessel of destruction. Now one would say, well, why would the Lord want to do that? Well, again, the Lord searches the heart. Pharaoh had a darkened heart, and he already knew that if he just didn't push forward and keep darkening his heart to say no, no, no. He knew that even if Pharaoh set out his mouth, okay, you guys can go. He knew that Pharaoh had a darkened heart, so that maybe a decade down the road, maybe a week down the road, maybe a month down the road, maybe a year down the road, he was going to go seeking after the Israelites again. I believe the Lord just sped up the process so that in the end his people will be delivered, but then also people will see how the Lord got his glory, and people will see that it was the Lord that delivered them and it wasn't from the mouth of Pharaoh. That they could not praise Pharaoh and say, thank you for letting us go, thank you for freeing us. The Lord wanted to make sure that the Israelites knew that it was him that freed them.